So yes, I am 24. It is currently 2025, so I was born in 2021. I got my job pretty much first out of college. Just as I turned 21 years old, I made 70K salary. And then after just 2 years of this job right here, I was able to quit, make 103K completely solo, which allowed me to leave that job and now just sit here and make videos on the internet like I am right now. And also, again, doing that thing that made me 103K. You want to be able to do this, so you basically clicked to get my 7-step brainwashing thing that I did in order to make the results that I did, which allows me to do whatever it is that I want. You want to have a shit ton of money, enough money to at least get you freedom. You don't have to have millions. You just want to be free to do whatever you want. Well, this is exactly what I'm going to tell you to do. You're going to know the specific things you do and don't do, the brainwashing that is going to get you there, and then the way to make the brainwashing actually get you results. But you're probably skeptical as fuck. Like, how the fuck is brainwashing going to possibly help you? Why don't I just tell you the business model that actually made me 100K so you can replicate it and also make 100K? Well, think about it. The other YouTube gurus, they will sell you that 100K business model for probably $1,000. They're going to sell you some world-bending strategy so you can always chase your passion and never work a day in your life. They're going to sell you the strategy, the perfect investment tactic in order to invest your money so you can retire at whatever age you want. But I'm not going to tell you that because it doesn't work. You already know it doesn't work. That's why I'm going to give you the thinking behind it to allow you to find your own path, which is what's actually going to work for you, not other people's random games they're playing. The real problem is that you don't have enough conviction or clarity on what you specifically want to do, which means you get distracted, you get these shiny objects like I just mentioned, or you just end up feeling like shit all the time because you're grinding on something that you don't care about. And sure, maybe you make a couple of bucks, but you're just trading one grind, your miserable job, for another grind, a miserable solo job. That's exactly what this brainwashing solves, because it's going to allow you to think like the person who is able to actually get the freedom. And if you think like the person who is able to get the freedom long enough, you're going to get the freedom as well. And sure, maybe you won't be able to do it in 2 years like me, but for sure, I think you can do it in 5 years. But to be honest, maybe you could do a bit faster if you're like, I don't know, smarter than me. I'm not that smart, right? And yes, sure, 5 years, of course, is a long time. But alternatively, if you never spend these 5 years, you can spend the next 5 decades looking for the next course that you buy, the next business model, the next investment tactic. Stay in your anime watching, video game playing, junk food eating, little bit obese, miserable self. Or you can just take this longer and a bit harder route that you actually just have to think and do and actually get the results from someone who has recently done it, so it actually does work, by realizing that this brainwashing that is the hard and long way is actually the easy and short way, because the short way and the easy way that everyone tries to sell you doesn't actually work. So this is the only real solution, and it's exactly what I'm going to give you. If you want that, here's the first part of the brainwashing. Brainwash into yourself actual financial freedom. And so what most people think is financial freedom is usually 2 things. And only 2 things. Nobody else wants anything else in financial freedom. You can tell me, but I really doubt it. It's simply just money and happiness. They want to be happy, and they also want to have enough money to do whatever it is that they want to do. But the scenario that most people land themselves in and they think is financial freedom is money, then happiness is, like I just said, is probably what you do. So you get money, which is usually working a job or something like that. And then you use that money to buy things to make you happy. The issue with this scenario is you're doing these 2 things separately. You're completely separating your money and happiness, which means you do something that you don't really like too much in order to do something that you like more. Inherently within this model, you are always doing something that you don't like, which if you have true financial freedom, it means you should be 100% doing something that you like, or 100% happiness. I mean, maybe not 100%, but you get what I mean. But then you take a look at money or happiness. This is what gurus try to sell you. So again, the exact same thing, right? They're both telling you money and happiness, but the first type of guru, the money gurus, are just going to be,
yeah, grind 16 hours a day, wake up at 5 a.m. Always work your weekends. If you're burned out, just push through the burnout. And if you don't do this, you're fucked. You're never going to make any money. You're completely fucked for life. You're going to live a miserable shit life.
Yeah, well, the thing is, if you're always doing this, you're living like this, just chasing money, you're just going to be miserable too. Sure, you're going to have money, but you're going to have money and miserable. You're going to have money to amplify your miserable state. And the second type of guru, they're the happiness gurus. They're like,
Oh yeah, just chase your passion. You never have to really work if you only do your passion. If you like ping pong, just go play ping pong. If you like traveling, just go travel. Money doesn't matter in this world. You just do whatever you want.
but then those same exact gurus are like, they make those videos like,
Oh, I did this for a couple years. I feel like I'm running out of money, and I probably have to think about it at some point and I have to return to a job or something. But I'll figure it out later.
yeah, well, that's not realistic because this is just short-term happiness. It's not going to last forever. You're going to end up in this scenario again with this, and which is not what you want. But then we have the final and last scenario, which is money and happiness. What you really want and actually need is, again, the exact same simple needs that you want, but now it is the right way. It is money and happiness. So you find something that actually makes profit. So it is not a hobby. It actually makes money, something that actually makes money. And it is also something that you enjoy a little bit. It doesn't have to be something that makes you like super ecstatic all the time, that you want to that you're like creaming your pants to do, right? You don't have to do that. You just have to be interested in learning about it. If you like to read it, you like to learn about it, you like to listen to things about it, then it's good enough. You just have to be able to stick with it. And then of course you can still use the money that you earn to do other things if you really want to. You don't have to do the same thing all the time. Sometimes it gets boring. And you brainwash this money and happiness into your brain. That is what you need. Forget any other model of financial freedom. These things don't work. The work-life balance not going to make you happy. It's going to make you balanced. The grind hard is going to burn you into the ground. And then the happiness only is just going to send you right back into the work-life balance model. And you're going to have balance, not happiness, not financial freedom, not money. Okay, so with the fundamental goal brainwashed into your brain, now you actually have to get yourself there. As I mentioned, you need conviction and clarity. If you don't have conviction to do it, you're going to fail at some point, or you're going to go like in halfway. And by just going in halfway, you never really put in the work to actually make you successful, which usually means you end up getting scammed by those gurus that sell you the get rich quick stuff. You go into shiny objects and you get completely fucked up because when you're not sure, that opens a gap for FOMO. And then you FOMO into all these different things, shiny objects everywhere, and you can't avert your eyes to it. That's why you need this next part, which is to brainwashing, the ability to believe in whatever that you're doing to give you the conviction. So know your next steps by brainwashing this cycle. So as you're doing whatever business model career that you chose to go into, which is what is going to be considered your financial freedom, you enjoy yourself. Don't just grind 16 hours again, like those gurus tell you to do. Enjoying yourself alone is what's going to make you go long, is able to go through the 2, 3, 4, 5 years that it takes to actually make the profit that's required to go into the financial freedom, make the money portion. And by going long, you're going to get better. And by getting better, this is going to help people. People are going to find whatever skills that you've built valuable. And once you start helping people and people start actually getting this value, people are going to give you money for it because it's, actually valuable. They want to pay for it. They want to pay for it. And now with the money, you can use it for things that make you happy, and you can continue to enjoy yourself because, again, you picked something that is enjoyable in the first place. But you might be thinking right now, I don't really know what makes money and also will make me happy. I don't have this one thing yet that I'm completely certain about it. Or if I do have a thing that I'm really interested in, I don't have results for some reason. And that's the reason why I can't get financial freedom. If you have some sort of problem blocking you like that, you can actually tell me in the top link in the description below. There's a 3-minute diagnostic completely for free. So I can get your problems and I will respond with specific feedback to solve that specific problem that you tell me. If you're interested in, top link in the description again. But if not, we can get into this next part of the brainwashing, which is to actually ensure the brainwashing gets results. So money for your freedom. Because of course, if you don't have the money, you're never going to escape your job. You're always constantly going to have to work your job in order to get money to survive. Because in this world, you can't do the guru route, the passion guru route, like I mentioned. So this is specifically how you spend your money. And just keeping this in your mind is going to allow you to spend your money most effectively in order to get the financial freedom and eventually start generating your own money. And that is to go kind of back to these different goals here. If you take a look at each goal, starting with the first one, this type of model is a then model. You make money and then you get happiness. If you think about how this works, is you're getting plus on the money, so you're increasing your amount of money with income, and then you're expending it on things that make you happy. So it's plus and then minus, which ends up just being neutral. So stuck in this state forever is what's going to happen. Then you look at this model, you're spending your money on things you hate, therefore you can't get anything and never getting happiness, so just a straight negative. Or this other model, which is you're only doing happiness things, which is just straight negative, straight spending money. So this is a double negative, and all it's going to get you is unhappiness, no money at all. But in this model, since the money and happiness is very integrated, by simply making money, you're getting more happiness. But the thing is, you are stacking up more money. And a very, very interesting thing is you can actually start to spend this money on the thing that makes you happy. And it just so happens that if the thing that makes you happy is the business model or career that you chose, you increase your ability to make even more money, and then this cycle repeats of being more happy and generating more money from the money that you made doing the thing that makes you happy in the first place. And this is just like a plus cycle that only increases in the amount of money that you make and happiness that you get. That's actual true financial freedom. That's how you spend your money in this cycle of constantly increasing happiness and also income generation. Then to get the results, so actually make that cycle start to work, you actually have to have at least $1, right? You have to make some money, you have to make some profit. But with this brainwashing, think about it. You have conviction and clarity. Now you just need to make the profitable thing. So again, the thing that you started with that you know makes money, the profitable thing, actually profitable for you. Think about that. You are the only limiter. Say if you really enjoyed chicken, you just really like cooking chicken. There's a very good business model like Popeyes or Chick-fil-A, franchise models that you could just pick up and do. So the only limiting factor, if you're not doing it right now, or if you didn't make it profitable yet, like you're losing money, is you. So the only limiter is the time. You have to put in the time to get enough skills. But of course, this always comes back to finding your thing, your actual thing that is profitable and makes you happy, and then sticking to it. If you have trouble finding the thing that's profitable and you actually enjoy, and you want more detailed steps on it, watch this video right here. If you actually have something that you think will work right now, and you just want to be able to stick to it better, watch this video right here.